Welcome back, students of class 3. Today we will continue with chapter 2 once again. In last class we have done till selecting and deselecting icons. So let me give you a little bit reminder about selecting and deselecting. Selecting means if you single click over any icon, that icon gets highlighted, that is called selected. Icon is selected. If you want deselect that icon, you have to click outside of that icon, then icon will come back in its own position. So single click over any icon is used for selecting the icon. Now selecting adjacent icon back to back, you have to click on the first icon and press and hold the shift key and click at the last icon. All the icons from first to last will be selected. That is called selecting the adjacent icon. Now non-adjacent means here and there. So how to select one icon from this place, another icon from some other place? How to select? You have to press and hold the control key and click over the icons what you want to select. This is the rule for selecting non-adjacent icon. Now today we will start how to open a program. How to run a program. There are two ways, two methods are given in your book. So let us discuss. The first is single click over any icon. The program or icon will be highlighted, selected and press enter key. Again I repeat, single click over any icon. The icon will be selected, then press enter key. So program will start. Now option number 2, double click quickly over any icon or any program. Program will be started. So you can use these two options for opening a program. Again I repeat, first one, single click and press enter key, program will start, or double click quickly on any icon or any program, your program will start. Another option is also there. Click on start button, click on the search box, type run dialog box will come. There you write your program name and press enter key or click OK button. Again I repeat, click start button. In the search box you type run and press enter key. Run dialog box will come. There you type your program name and click OK or press enter. Your program will be on your screen. These are the three options you can use to open any program. Now let's move to the next topic, that is arranging the desktop icons. How can you arrange your desktop icon? For that, what you have to do, first right click on the blank area of the desktop. First you have to right click on the blank area of the desktop, then move your mouse pointer to view option. Again right click on the desktop, place your mouse pointer to view option. When you will be placing your mouse pointer to the view option, another sub menu will be coming in front of you. From there you can choose any option. For example, in your book page number 22, it is given auto arrange option. That is, for example, you can use any of the options given from the list sub menu. So these are the steps. What you have to do, the steps are right click on the desktop, then click view option, view, then next is auto arrange, or any of the options you can use for arranging the icons of the desktop. You can see the changes. Next is sorting the icons. Sorting the icons, almost same steps you have to follow. Right click on the blank area of the desktop. A shortcut menu appears. You see it is given on page number 22 in your book. You see here, first arranging the desktop icons, what we have just discussed. Next is sorting the icons. What you have to do, right click on the blank area of the desktop, a shortcut menu appears, point to the sort option, then you have to choose one of the options given, for example sort by name, sort by size, sort by type, date and modified. These are the 4 options available, one of them one by one, or one of them you can choose and just see the changes on your screen. So these 2 things we have already done, arranging the desktop icons. Right click on the blank area of the desktop, then select the view options, then click auto arrange, or any other options what is given from here you can click or you can choose. And next is sorting the icons. Same, right click on the blank area of the desktop, a shortcut menu appears, point to the sort by option and click on the name from the sub options, or you can use any of the options from the sub options, name, size, then item type, then date modified. These are the 4 options, one of them you can use. So it is given on page number 22 of your book. So now next is changing the desktop background, means desktop wallpaper. The picture you see on the desktop, that is called desktop background or desktop wallpaper. How can you change the desktop background? First option is same like previous options. Right click on the blank area of the desktop, then go to personalize option. Right click on the blank area of the desktop, go to personalize option. When you click personalize option, another box will come. From there you have to click desktop background. I am trying to show you, desktop background option is given at the bottom of the window. You have to click this desktop background option. When you click desktop background, many picture like this you will get. You choose according to your selection. After selecting the background, you have to click save changes. So these are the steps. Again I am repeating, it is given on page number 23. Right click on the blank area of the desktop, click personalize, click desktop background, then select your desktop background by clicking on that and click save changes. These things you can do for changing the desktop background. Now next option is changing screensaver. Now before changing screensaver, students, you should know what is a screensaver. Screensaver is an image which pops up on the computer screen whenever computer is left idle for a certain period of time. What does it mean? It means when you are not using your computer for a certain period of time, then screensaver, which is an image, will come onto your screen. If you don't use your computer for a certain period of time, you can set the time for a screensaver, you can change it. So when you are not using your computer for a certain period of time, that time your screensaver, which is an image, will come into your screen, what you can see. If you move your mouse or you can press any key or key of the keyboard, you will get back your desktop again. So that is called screensaver. So screensaver is an image which pops up on your computer screen whenever a computer is left idle for a certain period of time. By pressing any key or moving the mouse, you can get back your desktop again in front of you. Now, how to change the screensaver? The first point is again same. Right mouse click or right click on the blank area of the desktop. Second point is also same, click on personalize option. Again I repeat, first point right click on the desktop, second point click personalize option. From the personalize dialog box, again I am trying to show you, which is given on the page number 23. You have to choose on screensaver. At the bottom part of the book dialog box, you will find screensaver. When you click screensaver, another box will come like this, which is given on page number 23. From there, this is the screensaver box. From here, you can choose your screensaver. By clicking this arrow, you will get other options also. You have to choose and then click OK. then you will see the preview in the short this small preview box. You can give the time over here. You can set the time for how much after how much time you want to see your screensaver. For example, if you are not using your computer for 2 minutes, you can give here for 2 minutes or 3 minutes or 1 minute, whatever the time you want, you can give here and click OK. So that after that much of time, if you are not using your computer, your screensaver will come into your screen. So this is the option for using screensaver. Again, I am telling you how to use. Right mouse click on the blank area of the desktop, click personalize option, then click screensaver, choose your screensaver, set the time and click OK. This is the these are the points for using screensaver. Now let's move to the next page, that is desktop gadgets. Although desktop gadgets were excluded last year, but for your knowledge, I am telling you what are gadgets. Windows contains many programs called gadgets. For example, you must have seen clock icon on your desktop, calendar, CPU meter, puzzles. These are the examples of gadgets. These are the small programs what you can see on your desktop. Now how to add gadgets? Now let me show you some pictures of gadgets. You can see it, the gadgets picture on page number 24. These all are the examples of gadgets. This is calendar, this is clock, this is CPU meter, etc. All are the examples of gadgets. Now how can you bring these gadgets into your desktop? Let's see now. Points are given. Right click on the blank area of the desktop. Select the gadget option. The gadget window will open. Double click on any gadget to bring the gadget on the desktop. Again I repeat, you have to right click on the blank area of the desktop, then you have to move your mouse pointer to the gadgets and click over there. You will find the gadgets window. From the window, you have to select your gadget by double clicking on that. When you double click, that gadget will come onto your desktop. So these are the steps to bring the gadgets on the desktop. Now moving to shutting down a computer. How can you shut down a computer? Click on start button, select shutdown option. Wait for some time, your computer will be shutting down. When you see the blank screen, black screen or blank screen, whatever you say in front of you, then switch off the UPS and switch off the main power supply. So these are the steps for shutting down a computer. Click on start button, click shutdown, wait for some time till your monitor screen comes black. When it is dark black, then means it is already shut down. Then you switch off your UPS, then switch off the main power supply. So these are the steps for shutting down a computer. So students, today we have done, we have seen many steps, how to sort the icons on the desktop, how to arrange the desktop icons, how to shut down computers, how to change the desktop background, how to change the screensaver. So these are the contents for today's topic. I hope you will practice. If you have not bought books, let me give you the information regarding the books. Book is same what we were using in the last year. Book's name is Logics by Kipps. It is from Kipps. So thank you for watching. Goodbye.